Hey guys, Sam here and welcome back to a bit of a different video today on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about FIFA 17. I haven't really done a video trying to sort of decipher everything about FIFA 17, but today I thought I would do one because I'm kinda actually really disappointed. Now there's a couple of videos that I'm going to kind of be piggybacking off, one from Foothead TV and one from BMonus. I'll put both of those links in the description. One of them is more of a review because Foothead TV actually did get a beta of the career mode, and BMonus's is pretty much a rant and he's not really happy with the additions that have been made. I kind of don't have a problem with the additions that have been made. Just a disclaimer, I actually think what they've added is good. I actually think it's a good positive thing that they've added. For me, it's just not enough. So I thought today we'd just go ahead and look at EA's website and what changes they've made to career mode, and I'll explain what exactly I mean and just how this isn't a big enough step in the right direction. So here's EA's website, new features in FIFA 17 career mode. The first thing they bring up is the total club management. Your board's expectations fall into 5 categories, and those are the categories there. Now we already have domestic success and continental success. Those are two things that we already have in the game. Of course, they've kind of made it a little bit different with a different rating. So obviously for a club like Real Madrid, it's really important that you do well in domestic and continental competitions and also have a very wide brand exposure, sell a lot of shirts, play good football, and therefore generate a lot of money for the club. Brand exposure, financial, and youth development are kind of 3 different things. I like that youth development is now an expectation or an objective, especially clubs like Barcelona and Manchester United, who have had really famous youth players moving up through their ranks and playing for the senior clubs. I actually really do like that. Financial and brand exposure, you don't have much control of as the manager. Pretty much you just have to play well, and therefore your financials and your brand exposure will go up. You have sort of objectives as to what region your club wants to have more brand exposure in, and signing players from that region and maybe doing pre-seasons in that region. Stuff like that will increase your brand exposure in that region, which is actually I kind of like as well. As the manager, you're not meant to have that much control on your brand exposure and your financials and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool if they made like a chairman mode where you could be the chairman of the club. You would hire a manager. The manager would have certain ratings and stuff like that. So the manager, is he a man manager? Is he tactical? You know, I would like to see a chairman mode where you could do total club management. I feel like it'd make a lot more sense than if you were the one controlling certain aspects of the club. Like if you could expand your stadium, if you could increase ticket prices, what you sold at the game, stuff like that, kit prices, stuff like that would be cool in a chairman mode. In a manager mode, you can't do too much because the manager really only controls his starting 11 and transfers and stuff like that. So I actually do like this addition. It's kind of a cleaner way of looking at your objectives and how important it is to complete those objectives. It's nicely in a list. It shows you what the rating is. So I actually do like total club management. I also do want to address the fact that I actually really like the manager rating. This shows how good you're doing or how badly you're doing. In previous FIFAs, you just kind of have to wait until the season ends to see if you're terminated or not. I mean, if you're Manchester United and you're in the bottom half of the table, you know you're going to get fired. But for the most part, it's kind of a mix because sometimes you complete objectives and you get fired. Sometimes you don't complete any objectives and they keep you on. So I don't know, this is a much better way of looking at it. And then the profit, the finances, just a cleaner way again of looking at what we already have. You kind of can already tell what your finances are. When you go to adjust your transfers, you can see how much you've spent and how much you started the season with. So I guess it's kind of like a cleaner way of looking at it. It's kind of different, but at the same time, it's not a massive new addition. It's improving something that they already had. Similar to the objectives, that was just improving something that they already had. So that's 2 things now that they've added where it actually is already in the game, but they've just made it, again, like I said, just cleaner to look at, just a smarter look to it, something that they already had that they've then gone and improved. Third up is the managers. Thanks to the Frostbite new engine, you're able to have 11 different managers that you could pick from, the presets. There's no customizable things in this, and I don't really care. I mean, I'd like to customize my manager, but I like the fact that they've added managers like this, and you'll be able to see them on the touchline. My biggest problem is, why 11? Why not do 20? So if you're doing a league that isn't the Premier League, you're not going to bump into the manager that you've made. Foothead TV, in their review, said that in one of the games, their manager shook hands with his identical twin because it was the same manager, because there's only 11 of them. Some leagues like the championship and stuff like that have more than 20, but 20 would have been just such a round number to go. Just make 20 of them, because most leagues have 20. Most of the top 5 major leagues have 20. Maybe I think the Bundesliga has 18, so you're covering that as well. You're covering most leagues. A lot of the smaller leagues have less teams, like 16 or 14 or even 10. Why not just do 20? That would make so much sense. If you're doing La Liga, you're not going to bump into the same manager. Just make every club have one of the different high-res coaches. Why 11? That just makes no sense to me. Why did they think that 11 was a good number? Another thing I'd like to see with managers is being able to take over and play as a current manager. If I'm in the Premier League and I want to start a manager mode with Everton, let's say, and I want to be Ronald Koeman, I have to pick one of these guys and make him Ronald Koeman. You know what I mean? That's not what I want. I would like to take over a current manager and play as that manager. Additionally, something that just annoys me to no end is, and I hope that this changes, please tell me that managers move in career mode. I can't stand it. I actually cannot stand the fact that managers don't move. Not only do they not move, they don't retire. Arsene Wenger doesn't retire. You retire before Arsene Wenger and you have like 15 years of career mode. So that is one thing that I absolutely despise about career mode. The fact that managers don't move. I mean, what kind of game is this where the managers don't move? And then last but not least, it's the J League being added to the game. Now, the J League is fine. I'd love to see more leagues. It's good to see that they're focusing more on the Asian areas as well, trying to get obviously more people buying the game in the Asian regions, but I'd also like to see them focusing on Europe and getting some of the lesser known European leagues in, like the Ukraine League, or even just small leagues like that, nations within Europe that don't have their own league. I'd love to see it. You get homegrown talents from there. It would make a big difference to career mode, especially because most of us manage in Europe. Honestly, who manages in, you know, the Asian or Australian League or American League? It'd be cool if they made the Champions Leagues for those regions, like if they made the Asian Champions League and stuff like that. That would be cool. I hope that's an addition. Maybe then I'd be enticed to manage an Australian club and play in the Asian Champions League. But other than that, most of us manage in Europe. So why not do more small European leagues? Why only do Japan? I would assume that maybe they have a couple more up their sleeve. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd announce more closer to the game. We have about a month until the game drops though, so I'd like to see more leagues, and the Japan League is a good addition. But again, for me, it's just not enough. You can't just add one league a year. Add 2, add 3. There's so many fucking countries. And at the end of the day, guys, I understand that they cannot add everything in 1 year. They're a business. EA is a business, and each year they need to improve on what they have. If we add everything into career mode this year, there'll be nothing to add next year, and that's it. It'll be so stale for a few years, and then they'll gather more ideas, and then again, we'll have one big change. I'd rather have constant steps, and they've been taking pretty big steps. I think training was a really good idea. I really wanted to see them improve training and make it a lot better, and every year it seems like we've taken little steps. Since about FIFA 15, FIFA 14, 15, we've been taking steps finally, but now it just feels like we haven't. It honestly, for me, it feels like most of these changes are improving what they already have. It doesn't feel like they've added anything. I'd love to just see basic things in career mode. I'm not asking for major changes. I'd like to just see the basics of career mode added. More statistics, managers moving, being able to talk to my players and seeing what they're, you know, trying to improve their attitude towards the club or trying to improve their morale. Just small changes in career mode, nothing major. Eventually, I'd love to see a chairman mode, like I was saying earlier in the video, but right now, just give me something. I mean, I understand that they're trying to make this game more immersive, and I understand that some of these things do make it more immersive. Like, playing towards the club's objective is actually, I think, a really good addition, but when it was first announced, there were people that were upset, and I can understand now why they were. At the time, I thought, this is the first of many changes to career mode. This is the appetizer, and later on they're gonna give us the main course. But they haven't. That was the main course. Objectives, expectations. We already have that. This is just an improved version of what we have. Very, very slight improved version of what we have, might I add. And for me, it's just not enough this year, guys. I'm gonna wrap up this video right now. It is just not enough. EA, for so long, I've felt neglected as a career mode player for so long. And I understand it, they're a business. I'm a one-time transaction. I give them the money for the game, and that's it. I don't spend money on FIFA points. I don't spend money on anything. EA-wise, other than the game. That's it. That's all I buy. I buy the game, I get the EA early access so I can make videos, and that's it. It's a one-time purchase, and that is it. I understand that. Whereas Ultimate Team players, you have to focus on a game mode that's making money for you more than you have to focus on a game mode that's not making money for you. But they were just so focused on bringing on in the journey, and they were just so focused on improving what they've had that for me, they haven't fucking done anything. For me, they haven't added anything. It's cool that they've added managers. It's cool that they've given a new look to the expectations and added 1 or 2 expectations. It's cool that there's a new look for the financials. But I need more. I need additions. Training was an addition. Weekly updates to the players' overall and potential was an addition. It doesn't feel like they've added anything, and it feels like it's going to be another long year of career mode. And you can only hope that now that they've had the Frostbite engine back-to-back FIFAs, that FIFA 18, and yes, I can't believe I'm even saying that, the FIFA 18 is going to be a lot better, that they're going to add a lot more, having a full year of development under the Frostbite engine. I just don't hold out hope anymore, guys. Like, honestly, I'm still going to enjoy career mode because I get to make videos on it, right? And I get to interact with you guys and show you my team and what I've built and clubs that I've, you know, built from the ground up, or fantasy teams that I've made in my career modes. If I wasn't doing YouTube, if I wasn't creating content for you guys to watch, I can guarantee you I would not be playing career mode right now. I have so many friends that used to play career mode that don't play career mode right now because of this. It's just not enough, EA. You can't keep neglecting one of your most hardcore fan base. You just can't do it. If next year they don't improve, again, you're just going to drive more people away. And maybe that's their plan. Maybe their plan is to drive more and more people away from career mode and into the Ultimate Team. But you're also driving people just away from the game in general. So, I don't know, guys. I'm just thankful that I have YouTube, that I'm still doing career mode on YouTube, because if I wasn't, I probably wouldn't be playing career mode. Not because I don't enjoy it, but because I have better things to do with my time. I have other games to play. I don't know, guys. I don't know where this video is headed now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you agree or disagree, that's cool. Again, like I said, I like the changes that they've made, but these should not be the main changes. This should not be the thing to advertise as you've changed in career mode. Hey, we've given you 2 or 3 more expectations. That should not be the main course. That should be the appetizer. And I like appetizers. And if it's a good appetizer, I'll eat it. But I need the fucking main course after. Otherwise, I'm still hungry. I'm still left feeling like I'm empty right now about career mode. Like, what else can you haven't filled the void. An appetizer doesn't fill you. The main course fills you. And that's my point. I hope that is like the perfect analogy for you guys. I'm still hungry. I still want more from career mode. And they've just given me a little salad as an appetizer to make me feel like that's the main course. It's just not enough, guys. Do you agree? In the comment section below. Again, like I said, check out the 2 videos that I linked in the description. Bees is a rant on the features that they've added. He really, I don't think, is happy at all as well. And Foothead TVs is just a review of everything. So if you actually want to hear someone who's played the beta, go ahead and watch that video, and they'll pretty much sum up what I've said, that it's not enough and that the changes are kind of just very mediocre. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is a bit of a different video, but that's it from me, guys. I hope you had a good day. Barcelona Season 2 is going to be starting later on this week, and that'll be probably the last season of FIFA 16 for us, so I hope you're excited for that. But I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.